Alright, welcome ladies and gents. James Gunn teases that he's writing an unannounced DC TV show. I mean, this is like a... Yeah, obviously. You haven't announced anything yet, mate. What are you doing? Like, obviously. But this is, of course, going to be pretty major news just because we don't know what's going on yet. And so learning something new that's kind of in the works, yeah, people are going to cover it. I have to cover it. You know, we have to talk about this. I want to get your speculation on what it might be. But let's take a look. And this comes hot off the heels of a pretty major Variety report claiming that Ezra Miller still might remain on as the Flash, which is just the worst news. How would you bin off Henry Cavill and then keep Ezra Miller? What are you doing? But yeah, DC co-boss James Gunn recently tweeted that he wrote a 1/3 of an unannounced DC TV show. Insiders are staying tight-lipped about exactly what it will focus on, as Gunn and fellow DC co-boss Peter Safran expect to unveil their DC Universe plans spanning film and TV, and also games, by the way, apparently, towards the end of the month. Gunn has mentioned previously on social that the duo are building out an 8 to 10 year plan. So they're pretty hot on it. They really do want to make something special. Hopefully. Let's hope. But Gunn first told Dominic Patton and I that he's working on a Peacemaker spin-off series. Which is the Viola Davis Amanda Waller character series, which will pick up where the John Cena one ends. Just as an FYI, that sounds like fucking trash. That really sounds bad. I don't like Viola Davis. She's fine, sure. Hate her, Amanda Waller. That is one of the worst characters spawned from comics, you know, to appear on screen for some time. Her Amanda Waller sucks. I really hate it. It is awful. It's very uninspired. And you know what? It's probably not her fault. It's probably the writing. But then James Gunn, you know, with Peacemaker gave her a very similar style. So I'm not really that interested in it, in fairness. And again, you know, we saw her pop up again in bloody Black Adam. And that was crap there as well. She's just... I don't understand why they're using her as some kind of connective tissue. She's a reprobate. The character, you know, the characterization that they've given her. She's terrible. No one likes her. Yeah, that's really what I want. I want my Amanda Waller spin-off. That's what I want. That's what everyone says when they, you know, think about DC. But Peacemaker was one of the most watched series ever on HBO Max. A season 2 of Peacemaker was ordered back in February, and at the time it was announced that Gunn would direct and write all episodes in season 2. That second season hasn't been shot yet, we're told. So they're quite late to the party on that. In fairness, that's really, really late to the party on that. Now, before the holidays, Gunn announced that Henry Cavill's Superman wasn't going to be part of Phase 1. I like how they're calling it Phase 1. I mean, we don't even know what they're doing, but still, Phase 1 of the new DC Universe, with the Guardians of the Galaxy filmmaker writing a new iteration about the Man of Steel's early days. A new actor will be sought out to wear the cape. I mean, it's just, like, it's baby superheroes again. It is an origin, but it's not an origin. We're going to watch him meet Lois Lane again. This is early days at the Daily Planet. I mean, we've seen this. It's very uninspired. It's crap. Not a lot of people are interested in seeing it. I mean, I don't know. I personally don't know anyone who's that interested in seeing things that we've already seen. We have never seen, because people find it incredibly difficult to write, we have never seen a fully functional, full-powered Superman on screen. We haven't. He's always getting nerfed by stuff. He's never facing off against a foe that's really that difficult. We've never seen a fully fledged Superman on screen. Not yet. Not properly. Not in this sort of new era of filmmaking. And so to go backwards on that again is just fucking tiresome. But I also, Dwayne Johnson announced on social that he heard from the new DC heads Black Adam isn't part of the new universe's Phase 1 plans. But then, you know, he tried to sort of bolster his bravado a little bit by suggesting, well, you know, if they do multiverse, I'll come back. So like, if they do. And this is what he said, you know. However, DC and 7 Bucks have agreed to continue exploring the most valuable ways Black Adam can be utilized in future DC multiverse chapters. Which is, like, what, never, I guess. And also, it's been buzzed that Ben Affleck is in talks to direct a DC movie at some point in the future. Loads of people really love Ben Affleck. Like, he's fine. As a director, he's fine. He's not exceptional. You know, will it be interesting to see what he does? Sure, but he's not epic. He's fine as a director. But this is what James Gunn wrote anyway. He goes, "My day wrote 1/3 of an unannounced DC TV show, okayed 100 VFX shots, did reference acting for Rocket, and gave editing notes for Volume 3, and had 2 big DC studio meetings." And obviously, you know, with a funny little gif there. But like I said, so I mean, this isn't major news, but it is also kind of news, because we've got to look at it from a perspective of, well, what might it be? And you know what? At this stage, it could be bloody anything. Because they've all, you know, if you're announcing that you're doing an Amanda Waller spin-off show, for goodness sake. I mean, at that point, literally anything is anything. It could be anything. And it's just so sad that it could be anything like that. You know, it'd be nice to be able to speculate. I personally have no speculation. I have no idea what this might be. I make this video and I offer it to you guys in the comments. I want to know what you guys think this could be. Again, you got to remember, they're throwing it out there with some really weird stuff. Like I said, they're already doing an Amanda Waller spin-off. So what do you guys think that this might be? Do you think this is... Well, I don't know. Like, could it be a... What obscure comic book character could this be? Because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be obscure. Someone that we don't know. Maybe it'll be the Lobo thing that Jason Momoa was teasing. But this is also interesting from one perspective, whereas a lot of streaming platforms are trying to get away from massive investments. I mean, this will be on a streaming platform. HBO Max, HBO. But they are trying to curb expenditure. So it'll be interesting to see what it is, because you've got to bear that in mind. Anything going to TV now will not have the budget, potentially, that it did before. Because streaming is suffering at the moment, massively. So I'd love to hear any and all of your thoughts. Drop it down below. Again, this is still a shit show because of that silly report where Ezra Miller might still be included. So I don't really care about, you know, what James Gunn's got to do with DC moving forward. It'll be interesting to see how it all comes together, and I'll obviously report on it. But we need something tangible. We need something good to get excited over. So drop your thoughts down below, guys. Hit the thumbs up button, share the video, and also check out the second channel. You'll find it linked in the description box. Mistake Reviews live archives. All the best bits from my streams are clipped there as videos. Cheers, guys. Take care.